take this opportunity to invite you to the Senate Standing Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity and Regional Integration, which is established under Standing Order 2181 of the Senate Standing Orders by the Senate Majority and Minority Leader, and the Senate resolved that the Standing Committee on National Cohesion, Equal Opportunity and Regional Integration seeks information on a number of issues. At its sitting held on Thursday, 18th August 2024, this committee resolved to look into a recent representation of Kenya's diversity in staff composition of Isiolo County, and the following issues were raised, which are within your knowledge and in your documents. Today, you are here before this committee, and I want to emphasize, as usual, this is a committee, Your Excellency and your team, is a committee of national cohesion, equal opportunity and regional integration. If you look at the first issue we are dealing with is equal national cohesion. This is a committee which deals with issue of cohesions mainly. And today, for the benefit of yourself and your team, we are normally the committee that respects guests. We are here to listen to you. We are here to advise you where possible. We don't shout, we don't make noise. We are here to tell you what we've learned from other governors. We had 44 governors before this committee so far. Only 3 governors are now going to come, yourself, Kisumu, and Meru County. And we've learned a lot, Your Excellency, from the governor of Makueni, governor of Trans Nzoia, governor of Kitui, and governor of Muranga. And they have very, very good programs for the citizens. And we are ready to also share with you what we've learned from them, and also going to listen to you. And if you have any question, you want somebody else to answer any question, or if you want to delegate questions to your members here, your staff, you can easily do it, and we'll listen to that person. So having said that, let me also again welcome you. Karibu sana. As you are aware, you've been having issues with the Senate. And today we want to hear what programs you have for Isiolo. And this is a good time to show that you've come before this committee, and you are also ready to come before other committees. Your senator is here, she's listening. So let me give you time to take us through your documents. Although we've received a hard copy today, and if there is any member here who wants to ask a question, or you didn't understand the documents, we can ask for even more time, about 10 to even 15 minutes, to give us some time to read the documents. So,
point of order, Chair.
Yes, what's your point of order?
To bring to the attention of His Excellency the Governor that this honorable committee has invited him more than 3 times. In fact, if I'm not wrong, we were to now issue summons for him to come before this committee. As you rightly said, Chairman, this is a committee of cohesion. I would humbly request the Governor to first address that issue, why he was not able to come before this committee before, and apologize.
Good, Excellency. That question is legitimate. Can you please kindly answer that question?
Before he answers on the background of this committee, Chair, and I want to make some very serious and deep reflections on why this committee is a Committee of National Cohesion and Equal Opportunities. This committee, Honorable Chair, through His Excellency the Governor, is comprised of 9 members who were drawn from different diversities across the country. It's the face of Kenya. And that's basically what this committee is always mandated to investigate, to see whether we are truly doing what this constitution demands. Right? So I think under that arrangement, this is what I would expect from you, even from the front benchers whom you have brought before this committee. Because I've looked at the composition of the tribes in Isiolo, I've seen Merus, I've seen so many other tribes, but unfortunately I've not seen even a single Tharaka where I come from. But anyway, that's a matter for another time. Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Mofaya, so what was your question?
My question is whether the governor has reflected on the cohesiveness of
Yes.
the composition of the
that is why we wanted him to take us through his
Exactly.
documents. But then there is a question asked by...
I was preparing him for that question, not to ask those answers.
Okay, so I think Madam Montet, the governor will answer your question now.
Chair, I want to take this opportunity first to thank Chair and Honorable Member of this committee. Yes, I know I've been given two invites, as Senator Montet has said, and I did not make to this committee because I had a prior engagement and I wrote to the committee. I don't know if my letter has reached this committee, but I want to take this opportunity to apologize to the committee and assure the committee, as a governor for Isiolo, I'm ready to account to the Senate and its committee. And I want to tell Madam Montet, I was once a legislator here in Nairobi. I know the importance of this house, and I held this house in high regard, and I respect this house. I've been attending many committees. In fact, PAC and Senator Mofaya can attest to that. Besides that, I'm one of the few governors who has been invited to almost all committees of the Senate because of various requests of statement by my senator, which I understand is within her jurisdiction to do that. I have no issues with that.
What is your point of order? Wait 1 minute. What's your point of order?
I am not subject of discussion here. That is for another day.
Fine. Thank you very much.
So
Governor, let's
because I have a right to raise as many queries as possible.
That is also what I normally
it's
do
within my
for
right.
Marsabit, yes.
Yes. So we should not take that direction.
Governor,
Chair,
I think, Chair, what the governor was trying to say is that he has attended a number of meetings because of the invite due to the issues that was raised, which is okay. I don't think they have any issue.
ask the governor to stick to... No,
Chair, with all due respect,
yes.
I am not subject of discussion here.
Yes, that I agree with you.
And it is within my right to raise as many statements as possible
Senator Dhullo,
on the floor of the House.
Honorable Chair,
So can we do what
I think
has
it's
brought
actually the
us
governor
here?
is very comfortable with what the service is doing for Isiolo, because he has just confessed. He has just said that it is just within our rights to oversight and to ask relevant questions.
So, Governor,
So I don't think where there is any...
your apology is accepted.
Chairman, can I finish to confirm to this committee through you that I'll continue respecting and honoring the invite from the Senate and its committee, because that is what I'm obligated to do as a governor of Isiolo. And I want to confirm to my neighbor Mheshimiwa Mofaya, that we have Atarkanisi as the chief officer and all other sub-clan of Meru as chief officers in Isiolo. Isiolo is one of the most diverse counties in this country, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair, for that. Can I accept the apology? And just say that the reason why I brought that out is because we've seen in the press where you've been quoted that you are not going to respect any committee of the Senate. Am I right or wrong, Your Excellency?
Answer.
Through you, Chair, that statement was put out of context. I was issuing bursaries in Isiolo last year, and I said, I'll attend to Senate to answer to audit queries, not political statements which are being raised by Senator Fatuma. That's what I said, and Senator Fatuma decided to put it out of context, but I apologized to PAC committee by then, and that matter was settled, Senator Monte. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Chair, subject of discussion here. The clip is very clear. When he said, I will appear before Senate when I want, even if I'm called 100 times. We can play it here.
Thank you very much.
It's not insane.
Madam Fatuma, we are discussing... No, please. Let me handle this committee today before us now. We need to discuss the issue before us today. Can kindly Governor Isiolo County take us through your documents, please?
Specific areas he's supposed to respond to.
Yes.
So we go systematically. Yeah, as per the motion.
Yes, what Madam Fatuma, Senator Fatuma Isiolo, the governor should take us through his documents. If there are any questions that we are going to ask based on his statement, that is when we will ask questions. So let's give him time. Let him take us through his documents. Based from question number 1. We have six questions, madam.
Yes.
We are going to start with question number 1. So let me be very specific. Orderly, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think
So
what she's asking is just we move order in order of the questions.
That is what we are doing.
Thank you.
So I start with, take us through from number 1, kindly, please.
Chair, before I give to my counter secretary to go through it, I want to give a brief overview of our staff's chairman. Isiolo County has a population of 268,000 as per.
Governor, what I want to do, we want to spare you time.
Yeah, I just want to give overview.
Okay, you can, it's up to you now. Fine.
And say 1, 2, or 2, 3 about Isiolo, Chair, before I allow my team to give response to some questions. Chair, Isiolo County is one of the most diverse county in this country, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, Isiolo County has 268,000.
1 minute.
To Senator through the chair. Isiolo County has a population of 268,000 as per 2019 Kenyan population census, Chair. It has 139,000 male and 128,483 female. Chair, the county occupies an area of 25,605 square kilometer. Isiolo County has 6 sub-county. The county is multicultural and multi-ethnic, predominantly occupied by the Boran, Somali, Meru, Turkana, and Samburu. But all other communities in Kenya lives in Isiolo, Chair. Chair, Isiolo has 1,713 employees, Chair, of which 445 were inherited from the national government when the devolved government were devolved, and 445 employees were devolved to the county government of Isiolo. 97 employees were employees of former county council. From 2013, Chair, and I want to emphasize on this one, from 2013 to 2022, the first devolution and the second devolution, Isiolo County County Public Service Board employed 938 employees, Chair. Because this is House of Record, I want to repeat again, Chair. From 2013 to 2022, Isiolo County employed 938 employees. Since I became governor, 2022 up to date, the County Public Service Board employed 233 employees, Chair. Since 2022 to date, we employed 233, Chair. Chair, in Isiolo County, since I was elected as a governor for Isiolo, I'm one of the youngest governor from Isiolo. I'm one of the youngest governor in Kenya, Chair. Chair, when I was elected, I was an MCA here in Nairobi, and I'm the only person who was jumped from an MCA to be elected as a governor. That can tell you a lot, Chair. Chair, when I was given that opportunity by the great people of Isiolo to serve him, I want to articulate some issues which we've done for Isiolo. I started an abattoir. This abattoir was started in 2008 by former Minister for Livestock, who was then former governor for Isiolo, Dr. Mohammed Abdi Kuti. The abattoir stalled in 2009. Since then...
Point of order, Chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chair, I think it's important that the governor is advised that we first deal with the agenda of the day, and then now we can come back to his achievements.
I am most obliged, Madam Senator, and I'll ask the County Secretary, who is Head of Public Service, to answer question 1. Thank you.
I think
Demographic composition of all staffs in Isiolo County. We have male, number of employees.
Can you tell us the page you are at?
Okay, page 7.
yeah,
Page 7.
you can start with the total number first.
Yeah. The total number is 1713. 713.
Yes.
Female 793. Male 920. When you look at the gender composition, we are above the board. Male 54%, female 46%. You can look at the table 2, see annexure 1, which can show the summary. Annexure 1 is on page 21. Just look at page 21, Chairman.
Yes. There, page 21, annexure 1.
That is the distribution.
Okay.
If you want to confirm, you can confirm from that page.
Up to page 74.
Yeah, up to page
Right.
74, yeah.
Okay.
That is the distribution.
Okay.
In terms of gender and...
Correct.
Secondly, when you look at table 2, we have a composition of people living with disability by type and number. We have the total amount of WDS as total number of our employees, 713, we have said. Totals of those people with a divergent ability are...
Correction, County Secretary, PWDs.
PWDs, yeah.
Yes, for
or
the
people
record.
with divergent ability is also accepted. So, visual impairment, disability code is 2, number of employees 1. Hearing, we have disability code 3, number of employees 2. Physical impairment code is 4, we have total number of employees 25. The speech is 5, code number of employees are 2, so totals to 30%. So we have demographic composition of county staff as regard to people living with disabilities shows that the county has a total number of 30 staff with various disability type, translating to 1.8% of the total number of staff. The county, through County Public Service Board, will progressively improve the threshold of disability through affirmative action in recruitment and appoint qualified individuals with special need. See attached Annex 2. Annex 2, page 75. Page 75.
Sit. Members.
So you can confirm from there, we have tabulated there. We have demographic composition of employees by number and age. We have below 24. That number of employees are 7. Percentage per age bracket is 0.41%. Between 25 to 35, we have 562, which is 32.81%. Between 36 and 45, we have 554, 32.34%. Above 46 is 590, which is 34.44%. So when you look at also that one, most of our youth are captured.
Before you proceed, Honourable Secretary, when you say above 46, that means up to 100 is above 46, if I'm not wrong. So can somebody tabulate for us 46, above 46 means what? How many do you have over 60? How many do you have that are over 65? While you proceed, somebody can do that for us. Because we have some service board person is here, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, he's here, the CEO.
So where is the CEO?
The CEO is here.
CEO, but can you work on that one, please? Because that's a question that we're going to be asked, I know.
Chair, again,
Yes.
on the PWDs, I want to be actually told how they have been distributed. Distribution of PWDs, because clearly CECs, we want to know whether PWDs are represented.
Dhullo,
Yes.
why, what we are going to do, let them finish and then...
No, it's okay. I'm just giving guidance.
Yes,
Yeah.
so, okay. So, proceed.
Thank you, Chairman. Here we have ethnic code, ethnic group, number of employees, and composition. We have number 1, by June, we have 5 employees, that is 0.3%.
Take us through the larger ones.
The larger ones.
Yes, because...
So the larger ones, Chairman, Meru has 15.1%. We have Boran who are dominant with 45.4%. We have Sakuya with 7%. We have Kikuyu with 5%. We have Gabra with 45%. 2.9. I mean Boran, okay. Sorry. 2.9%.
Yes.
The Turkanas are 4.8%. So, Chairman, generally, we have around 29 tribes which is represented in Kenya. So I think we are also above 50%, because even the smallest, El Molos are also in, we have employed them in Isiolo County. Kenya and Arab is 1. So from the composition by number and percentage show that dominant community Borana has the highest number of staff with 45%, followed by Meru with 15.1%. Minority and marginalized communities, for example, El Molo and Kenyan Arab living in Isiolo have been considered in the county appointment to represent. You can refer to Annex 1. The distribution is also there. Yeah. Yeah.
Proceed.
Chair, I will now take the committee through.
Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
You know, we have procedures here, and you know you've been a member of parliament.
Yes.
The governor should tell us who is going to be speaking next or answering question next.
Thank you, Chair. Your Excellency.
Yes.
And actually, he's the accounting officer. All these, he should be the one doing it. Okay. Unless for clarification.
So
Chair.
So you're delegating it to who?
Honorable Banticha.
Banticha, kindly please take us through your documents.
Thank you, Chair. I want to take the committee through the second question, in which they were asking the composition of the county executive committee members.
Which is on page 9, right?
Yes, page 9, yes.
Members, page 9.
So the question that was asked is about the composition of the county executive committee members and chief officers in terms of gender, persons with disabilities, age, and ethnicity. Chair, the county executive comprises of the governor, the deputy governor, county secretary, the county attorney, the county executive committee members, and the county chief officers. The table below now shows the composition of the county executive. On the position of the governor, we have a governor, and then we have the deputy governor, then we have one county secretary, county attorney, one position. In terms of male, though all of them are male, and then we have male, the male gender, 5 county executive committee members, and then 23 chief officers, all are male. And then on female gender, we have 1 county executive member and 7 chief officers. On the PWDs, we have none. On the age group, 35 and below, that is the youth bracket, we have 7 chief officers. And then 36 and above. 36 and above means up to the retirement age, that is 60. We have governor is above 36, the deputy governor, the county secretary, the county attorney, and also the, I think it's an error here, all the chief, county executive committee members, there are 5, no, there are 6. and then 23 chief officers who are over the age of 35.
A correction on table on CEC,
Yes,
right?
yes, this
Instead of 1, we should
6.
have 6.
Yes.
Okay, members, let's have correction. Instead of 1, put at 6. Proceed.
So in terms of distribution in ethnicity, we have one Akikuyu as a chief officer, one position. Then Meru, we have 2 county executive committee members and 2 chief officers. Then Samburu, we have 2 chief officers. Turkana, we have a deputy governor and 3 chief officers. Then,
Morning. Did you hear that? You have a deputy governor.
yes. Yes, the deputy governor also is also a CC.
Have a C
for
at
education.
Turkana CEC.
Deputy Governor CC.
Yes.
He's a CEC also.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Then we have Borana, 2 county executive committee members and 10 chief officers. Then Gabra, we have a county attorney and also 1 chief officer. Then Orma, I think there's an error here. There's, this is supposed to be
Borana
Sakuya.
County Secretary.
So it's a Sakuya, eh? Sakuya have a governor, they have a county secretary, they have 1 county executive member and 4 chief officers.
Okay.
Then Ajuran, we have 1 chief officer. Gari, we have 3 chief officers. Garden, we have 1 chief officer. And the General Somali, we have 1 CC member and 2 chief officers. So all these are provided for in Annex 3.
On which page?
Page 76.
76, and
Yes.
moving forward?
Yes.
77. Okay. Fine. So,
So can I proceed on the recruitment conducted by the county in the last 3 years, outlining the positions that have been filled and the criteria applied in the selection of the candidates. So we go to page 10.
before we move forward, let me acknowledge the presence of our distinguished senator from Kitui.
So on the question 3, recruitment done for the last 3 years, that is the financial year 2021-2022, 2022-2023, and 2023-2024. So financial year 2021-2022, 84 number of employees were recruited. Then financial year 2022-2023, 199 employees were recruited, and the year 2023-2024, 34 employees were recruited, totaling 317. And this is provided in annex. No. It's attached here. It's attached on the page 10. It's provided for on page 10, 11, 12, 15. Up to page 15.
Can we ask questions?
Yeah.
Okay, proceed. So you are saying basically 2021-22, 84, 22-23, 199, 23-24, 34, and the pages are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 or 16. Yes, up to page 16. Okay, members, from page 10 to 16. Okay, proceed, please.
On the question of the compliance.
Would we have Director Procurement? Excellency, do we have Director Procurement to take us through, please?
Yeah.
Madam? Okay. Who will take us through, Your Excellency?
So I'm not done.
Okay, proceed.
I'm not done with
Okay.
this one.
So, thank you.
Then we go to page 16, yes. Which shows the criteria applied in the selection process of the candidates. We have given, yes, it's here. These are the criteria. Page 16. the criteria applied in the selection process of the candidates. 1, the candidate must meet the specified minimum requirement for the vacant position as per the scheme of service or as specified in a given advert. B, fair competition and merit whereby candidates who emerge the best during interviews are the ones considered for appointment. And C, representation of the county's diverse communities in consideration of Section 65(1)(e) of the County Government Act, which emphasizes on at least 30% of the vacant posts or at entry level are filled by candidates who are not from the dominant ethnic community from the county. D, the conduct of the candidate in view of any relevant code of conduct, ethics, and integrity. E, regional representation whereby as much as possible 10 within the county are given equal opportunity in appointment made. And finally, affording adequate and equal opportunities for men and women as well as persons with disabilities.
On E, when you say 10, you mean what?
Regional representation. Yeah, that's the number of wards that we have. Wards. Yes. Yeah. So on the issue of the compliance, that is the question number 4. Through His Excellency,
This is his job, please.
Thank you, Chair. We have Director of Procurement here. He'll answer question 4. Thank you.
Director Procurement, please take us through question number 4.
In terms of status and compliance with the Public Procurement Asset Disposal 2015, the County Government of Isiolo Executive briefs in the rule of law and adherence in all provisions of our Constitution of 2010. The Executive, in exercise of mandates, ensures equity, fairness, and open and transparency in execution of its procurement activities. In regard to Section 53(6), which stipulates and governs procurement planning, the County Government of Isiolo, in its annual procurement plans, budgets 30% for reservation, women, youth, and persons with disability. The County Government of Isiolo has continued to play critical role in advocating and promoting awareness and holding various training forums to encourage participation in government tenders. The County Government of Isiolo, in the process of preparing the well-guided framework, county policy and strategy.
We are on page 17, members.
17. The County Government of Isiolo is in the process of preparing a well-guided framework, county policy and strategy, which will guide in the procurement and salvation interest groups. The county executive ensures that in all tenders advertised, the reservation is guaranteed to ensure compliance with the legal framework and PPDA 2015. Below is an extract in page 17 for the tenders awarded to PWDs, women and youth. On page 77, there is an advert sample, and 78 of how we advertise, how we reserve in the tenders. And on page 79, we have a sample of AGPO certificates for those who apply.
So, Bwana Director.
Yes.
You've given us names of companies. If you go to the list on page 17,
Yeah.
there is 1 to 5. And then the DVDs, and then 4 to 13 for women, and then youth from 1 to 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So you've given us a total of 100 million,
Yeah.
but you've not given us what is your total budget?
The total budget is below there.
It is on page 18, right?
Yeah.
Is it 1.176 billion?
Yeah.
Good, fine. So basically, what you are saying is your AGBO is at 11.8%?
Yeah.
Correct? Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Okay, take us to the next question. Affirmative action.
Chair, the Chief of Staff for PSM will answer that, Madam Batula.
Madam, kindly please.
Batula.
Thank you, Chair. Question 5 asks about affirmative action measures implemented by the county in promotion of women, youth, and persons with disabilities. The county government of Isiolo implemented the affirmative action as in the table below and achieved 2/3 gender rule in employment opportunities as in Annex 6, 7, 8, and 9. The table below shows the different levels of management in our public service. And the number of women we have in job group P and above, we have 29. We have 28 youths, and we have 3 persons with disabilities above job group P and above. That is the high management level. Middle level, job group L to N, we have 72 women. We have 28 youths and 10 persons with disabilities. Entry level, that is K and below, we have 692 women, 513 youths, and 17 persons with disabilities.
Not mentioning male.
Male.
Yes.
Yeah, male, we have it there.
No, but you didn't mention it.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry, I'm gender biased.
Okay, proceed. Proceed.
In terms of the legislative and policy framework, the county government of Isiolo, under the leadership of His Excellency Abdi Ibrahim Hassan, EGH, has formulated and operationalized policies to support the affirmative action measures, including gender policy, social protection policy, child protection policy, youth policy, and disability policy. The policies mentioned, the status are listed below. Gender policy, it's operational already. Social protection policy is at the cabinet level. And child protection policy is in validation stage. Youth policy and disability policy is also at the formulation stage. And I can table one of the policies here, the gender policy.
Policy is operational. You have a copy there.
Yes.
Clerks, can you kindly pick that for us? So you proceed to
Do they have a copy of any legislation?
Yeah, that is where we are going to.
I haven't seen anywhere.
On which one? On they are having 4 policies.
Their title is legislative and policy framework. So what
Yes.
you're seeing here is only policy.
Yes.
I'm asking whether there are legislations.
Okay. So you can answer that question. Note it somewhere, please.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
The 5.3 asks about audit or assessment undertaken in the last 3 years. The county government is currently undertaking a human resource audit that aims to ensure county policies, practices, procedures, and strategies adhere to good practice and specifically address the following issues. 1, establish the county human resource compliance status with all employment and labor relations laws of the country. Address gaps between theory and practice that need to be aligned with good human resource practices as well as national and international human resource trends. Ensure consistency with established objectives, practice, and policies of human resource management and practice in Kenya. Lastly, establish the appropriateness of the human resource of the county in the light of the county's financial resources.
Thank you very much, Madam. Excellency, I think you are through our honorable members. If you have any question or observations. But before we do that, I want to bring to your notice, Your Excellency, before we called governors before this committee, we had a discussion with 2 groups. One is PPRA and the other one is NCIC. We have a report from NCIC, those who are complied, and I want our members and yourselves and your team to note that on NCIC you have complied, and in that program we have here is Marsabit is number 1 and Isiolo is number 7. So congratulations. We have 13 governors who have complied. This is on employment. Then we have PPRA. On PPRA, you are not compliant. You are on page 5, being not compliant, and I want our director is going to answer some questions on this, why he has not complied. So, having said that, let me ask now members. On NCIC, he has complied. On PPRA, they have not complied. So, based on that one, members, kindly, we don't have much time now. You can start with questions. Any member?
Thank you, Chair.
If possible, let's go in a systematic way. I would want questions to be asked by the senators to be noted down by your Governor, Your Excellency, and your team, so that you can delegate to yourself or anybody else who is going to answer that question. After taking all the questions, then we can give you an opportunity to answer those questions. I'm starting with Senator for Lamu, great people of Lamu,
Yes.
Senator Kamau.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair is on the issue of demographic composition of county executive members.
On which page?
That is on page 9.
Page 9, members.
Are we there? Proceed.
Kindly.
I wanted the Governor to inform this committee whether his establishment was taken to the county assembly and whether it was passed by the county assembly without considering the fact that the law says that in every establishment that is taken to the county assembly, it has to be passed after a lot of consideration. One of the considerations should be that that establishment should not be passed if that establishment does not comply of marginalized communities, PWDs, and youths. I have noted with a lot of concern that in Isiolo County...
And women also?
Yeah, women also included as marginalized communities, groups. In Isiolo County, I have noted with a lot of concern that the CC members were passed by the county assembly. I don't know whether it was passed by the county assembly or the governor decided just to hire without following the law. I wanted to know why did he deliberately decide to do that, which is contrary to the law. That is my question, Chair.
Thank you very much, Senator Kamau. I hope you've noted it down. And let's go to the next member.
Chair, my first question would be, I would want to know whether the county has an approved HR instrument document, and if so, when was it lastly established or accounted? Question number 2. As I look at their recruitment document, Chair, unfortunately, as we have noticed from many of the governors, they've put so much emphasis on ECDE recruitment. Looking at their document, I've not seen any recruitment of ECDE teachers done in the last 2 years. And if so, please, can we know or see proof that it has been done? Because, Chair, we cannot emphasize enough how important it is to give early childhood learning a proper start. So could the governor please tell this committee and the nation at large how many ECDE teachers they have in the county at present?
Okay, thank you very much. That question is a very, very important question. We've noticed that many governors have employed nurses and ECD teachers. And in this situation, I think ECDs are not employed for the last 2 years. So the governor can explain that. Any other member with a question? Yeah. Oh, Madam, sorry. Senator Lomonen?
Chair, I wanted to know from the governor the staff establishment of Isiolo County. 2, how many advisors do you have?
Good. Staff establishment, which says that you are supposed to employ this number of employees or staff. And how many do you have? That is what Lomanen is asking, and also your advisors. Thank you.
Yeah, Chair, allow me just to ask maybe some few questions. I don't know whether the governor is able to respond. I wanted to know whether you have automated your own resource revenue, and what was your collection in 2022, 23, and 23-24. And number two is I've seen the percentages for the people living with disability. I don't know what are the plans that you have, because it's below the requisite percentage of 5%.
I hope the governor has noted the second question from Madam Vice Chair.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that question, please?
Yeah. I'm asking I've seen the percentage that you've given us for the person living with disability. You're not so far much from the other counties. I can even compare your account with Bomet, where we had around 0 point something. You are doing better, but I want to ask what are some of the measures that we put in place to make sure that we are within the percentages that we've been given, that is the 5%.
This is at page 1, page 7.
Yeah, and then finally on the issue of the staff, I've seen at least you have some good succession plan because of the number of the youth that you have, but still we have a number of going as by the number of staff that you have. I've seen a number of staffs that came from the defunct councils. What are some of the plans that you have? Because I know this is a number that maybe are no longer active in the county, and maybe you can have a plan to lay off, or maybe what is it that you have for this, so that at least you can now have the more energetic group, because the numbers that you have for the employees based on the county population, I think it's still a challenge when it comes to service delivery. Thank you.
Chair, can I now? Turning to page 19, I'm just wondering the figures given there, and there are no percentages. It's important to know you are talking of 29 female, 126 male, youth 28. Where are the percentages for these figures? Page 19 on the affirmative action measures and HR audits. So I'm just wondering, because it's important to get the percentages so that we may know whether you are compliant or not. Next question, Chair, is
that one, the Secretariat can work on it and quickly give us the numbers, the percentage. Okay, second question.
Why is the Secretariat to do it, Chair?
No, I'm saying it is not there.
Okay.
Right, so we have to get it.
Then the second question, Chair, is on the programs for youth, women, and people living with disabilities. Do you have programs that you are running? Do you have evidence to show that you have these programs? Maybe attendance lists, maybe pictures, maybe photos, maybe activities that have taken place to know that it is real, it happened on this date, and here is the evidence. Finally.
That's a good question.
Yes. Thank you, Chair, for now.
Okay, thank you very much. Madam.
Now, I wish I was given more time to go through these documents and analyze it properly. But as it is, number one, I have issues with the number of employees. I know you have casuals you pay through manual payroll, which they are not appearing here. So I want those numbers. Number two, you are supposed to have...
Before let me say something on this also, because the governor, you said 2022 to date, you've employed 233 people. And what the senator is asking, if you have casual employees paid through the system, we want to know how many they are. That's the question, right?
So I want those you are paying through manual payroll. And I want to know why you are paying them through manuals. Number two, I want to know where the figures of casuals are. There are CHVs you pay, which are not appearing here. There are ECDs you are paying, they are not here. So I want to know where are those figures. Number two, Chair, the PW Act is very clear. in as much as they have actually complied at 1.8, the law allows or requires 5%. What are you doing to comply with the 5% that is required by law? On the same page 7, I know you have people who are above 60 that you have employed, who are still on contract. I want to know their numbers and evidence provided.
Madam,
yes.
Do you have the numbers now? Because I asked for, thank you very much. Proceed.
Chair, again, I don't want to go much into page 8 because I really want to know who are the Ormas and Boranas.
It's a mistake, they've corrected it.
Yeah? No. This is page 8.
Yes. Eh?
Page 8. Who are Ormas, who are Boranas, and who are Sakuyes? Number 2, Bonisanye. I've not had Bonisanye in Isiolo, so I want evidence to that effect. Now, coming to...
You are noting it down, please.
Yeah.
Please, somebody should note it down because it's coming very
Coming
fast.
to page 9, and I hope you'll give me evidence. Page 9, there was no gender balance. For a very long time, you've just completed or given one position to CEC lady. The law allows 30%. Proper gender balance. I don't know whether you are planning to give another lady CEC. So that is another issue. PWDs, they are not represented at the executive level. What are you doing about it? Because if an individual from PWD goes to court today, that is their right, there is a violation of the law. And as Senator Kamau said, the assembly should not have actually approved this recruitment if PWDs were not represented. So I don't know how it passed the assembly. So I want an explanation to that. Ethnicity balance you have tried, but there are many communities within Isiolo that are not actually represented. While others are having 10, others are having 23. We have Luyas, we have Luos, even so I want to know. Now, coming to page 10, Chair, I would request this committee to ask for IPPD record as far as this list is concerned. I have also my IPPD. And again, on the table provided here, we need evidence on how these recruitments have been done. I move on, Chair. Coming to page 17 on the ACPO.
Yes, page 17.
Page 17. I'm seeing there are companies that the county is saying they have provided contract and all that. Now, what I am really asking for, more specifically for PWDs, according to me, there is nothing directly advertised is given to PWDs. And I'm seeing the companies here. I want to have evidence of the advert, evidence of the contract given, evidence of the payment made to those individuals who are PWDs. And again, on women, because I am in touch with them. And even last evening, I spoke to them. There is nothing happening as far as PWDs are concerned. So
Madam Fatuma,
I want evidence.
Advert is on page 78.
No, I will come to the advert. Okay. Yeah. So I want to ask, I have asked for evidence of advert, evidence of the companies given, and payment to those particular individuals directly from IFMIS. And even supply of relief. I know the budget of PWDs over the years, it has been supplemented because you don't have a legislation that governs the fund that is supposed to help PWDs, women and youth, which I would have expected you to provide, but you don't have it here. So I want to know how you arrived at the figure of 100 million provided to PWDs and provide the same for page 18, the advert the companies given, and also evidence of payment. Chair, I have asked about legislations on page 20. So if you have, you've already indicated you have policies. I want to know where are the legislations.
Do we have the county attorney? 1 minute. Do we have the county attorney here? County attorney? We don't. Right? Okay, so proceed, madam.
Now, the other thing, Chair, on the legislations, I want to see whether you have copies of any legislations that governs your funds as far as these individuals are concerned, PWDs, youths, and women. And as far as I'm concerned, there is nothing happening on the ground. Now, coming to the evidence on page 77 of the advert, I want to have this hard copy or original copy of this particular advert. This is number one. Number two, 78, page 78, I want to have original advert of this. 79, I want to have originals of these documents. Chair, now, the other question I want to ask the governor and his county secretary, do you have powers to sign letters of appointment? That is number one. Number two, how many appointments have you signed?
Madam Senator, do you have any, when the question you're asking, are you giving us some documents to
I can provide when required.
Sorry?
But this is a matter that relates to labor, isn't it?
Yeah.
To particular issues you have raised.
Yes.
But if you feel that this can go to Labor Committee, I am ready to take it to the Labor Committee.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's keep it at the Labor Committee.
I leave it to the Labor Committee.
Please.
That's fine.
Yeah, Chair. I also want to say that I think I'm not responding on behalf of the county, but I want to say that this is a document that is signed before the committee, and whatever it is contained here is deemed to be the right document that is coming from that particular county. So I'm just saying this, Honorable Chair, because we have to be very systematic in the way we are doing things. I want to say that a number of things that are here, the companies which are here can be subjected to any other arm of government. And I want to believe that even the adverts that are here, despite that they are photocopies, I want to believe that these are the legal documents from that particular county. So I don't know, we stand guided, but
Senator,
I want to believe that the seal of this document.
Let me.
Yeah, Chair. The seal of this document is the signature, and the documents that are inside are to guide the committee in terms of making the report.
Yeah, let us allow the governor to answer that question.
Yeah.
Madam, proceed.
Now, what I'm saying, the reason why I'm sitting in this committee, I have to verify. And we are allowed to ask more documents if required. And I have a right to ask for those documents, whether the committee will verify or not. And I have a reason why I'm asking for those originals. I thank you.
You've finished your question. Thank you very much. Governor, you can answer.
Thank you, Chair. I'll take some questions, then I'll leave some to my team. First, Chair, I want to confirm the information which is in this book is legal, and all the reports which I have, most of them from HR, have extracted from the IPPD. And I want to confirm to Senator Fatuma, Isiolo County government has no manual payment mode in Isiolo County.
Senator, you refer to me?
Chair,
yes,
through you.
Yes, please.
We don't pay through manual mode. Everything is on IPPD, and this committee can ask the extract from IPPD to confirm the same.
Governor, for your information, we've written to which organization? COB, and we are getting all the reports.
And I'll ask the committee through you, Chair, to protect the data of our employees, because it is against the Data Protection Act to see this data of employees being circulated through what? Social media. It is very unethical and very unprofessional to do that. And I'll ask this committee to protect the data of our employees.
Governor, please, never worry. Any documents that comes to this committee comes to the Senate itself. Thank you. Proceed.
Thank you. You know, Chair, there was a letter which was written from Senate to IG. Before even the IG received that letter, it was on social media, which is very unprofessional, and Senate should not operate that way. Chair, having said that, I want to answer the question from Senator for
you can write to the clerk.
We are doing that.
Please,
we are doing that. We are writing to the speaker. Chair, on CCM, the question from Lamu Senator, we have not conformed to the law. We have not adhered to two-third rules, Chair, but I want to assure the Senator for Lamu, because the contract of our CCM and Chief of SAS are lapsing in February, we will try our best to make sure that we adhere to that law, Chair. On issue of HR instrument will be dealt with my PSM, Chief of SA. Recruitment of ECDE, Chair, as we are speaking, is being undertaken by the board. I think they are doing the interviews, and in the next few weeks, we will employ more than 100 ECDE teachers across the county. Chair, on issue of casual, Chair, Isiolo County government has no casual employees as we are speaking. When you came in, we had 436 casual inherited from former regime. They were recruited without following the laid down procedures and laws. We decided to pay them and lay them off. So as we are speaking, we have no casuals as employees of Isiolo County government, Chair. Other question will be answered by my staff. On source revenue will be answered by CCM Bandija.
Chair, can I ask a question on those casuals?
Oh, yes, please.
I want to ask a governor. There are those cleaning of the streets. There are those who are working in the hospitals. What are they? If they are not casuals.
Chair, let me answer that. The people who are working as hospitals are cleaning are not our casual. We contract a company, so we pay that company. They are not our employees, Chair. Yeah.
Thank you.
Chair, maybe before the governor hands it over, he has said that they are recruiting ECD teachers. Could we have a copy of the advertisement?
I think the CEO can provide that, Chair. The CEO of the board is here.
Okay, CEO board. Who is going to? Okay, proceed, please.
Actually, female 250 teachers who are on our payroll. 250. Female. Yeah, female teachers. We have male 28. That totals to 278 who are currently on our payroll.
As ECD teachers, yeah.
Thank you very much. Proceed, one CEO.
We have been told that the recruitment is going on. I can confirm that we are engaging, we are trying out to do the interviews for ECD teachers per ward. We have quite a number of challenges with especially sections of community where they train and also is giving a lot of problem. But I think we believe in the next few months we'll have adequate number of ECD teachers on board.
Adverts?
Can we have a copy?
Yeah, adverts. Advert, I think we will submit through the clerk.
No, I'm asking, do you have the advert copy of the advert?
No, we don't have now, but we
have you, did you advertise?
Yes, yes.
Can we get that copy after 1 week?
It's through the clerk.
Secretary?
Yeah, no problem.
Yes, you can send it to our clerk. Thank you very much. Can you please note it down? Okay, next question. Who is going to answer? County Secretary.
The PSM Chief of Staff answer some question. I forgot to answer on advisors because that is my purview. Chair, I have 4 advisors. As per SRC's guideline, Chair. And if you go through the IPPD report, you will see the advisors which I have are just 4 advisors. We've conformed to the law, Chair. Thank you.
Namely.
Point of order.
Yes, this is a point of order.
Chair, I think this is record.
Yes.
And you told me not to go through the labor issues. But as far as I'm concerned, the Isiolo County has more than 4 advisors hidden in the payroll under a different name. And I can provide evidence of those documents.
Chair,
Chair,
I don't understand what she means by hidden, but she can provide the contrary evidence to the same chair. Yeah.
Yeah, Chair. I think there was during the first assemblies, I think they were given a leeway to have up to 6, which of course you remember when we asked I think it was the Governor Nakuru, where they talked of now having been given a guideline to have around 3.
Vice Chair.
Yeah.
Yes. What the question was, how many do you have? The Governor said, I have 4. Madam said, no, you have more. The Governor said, can you provide evidence? So what I'm going to rule now is this should go to also Labour. They can discuss at the Labour Committee. Proceed, please.
Yes, we have approved HR instruments like the HR Human Resource Policies and Procedures Manual. This is a copy. This is the first version, July 2018, but currently this one is under review. About staff.
So when was it? Oh, it is under review.
Yeah,
that was established in which year?
2018. And the one for the public service is also under review. So once it is ratified, we'll also cascade it to the county. On staff establishment, yes, we have a staff establishment that was updated in 2022, and it's also currently under review.
2020? Was it approved? 2022?
Yes. Yes.
Do you have that copy, please?
I have soft copy.
So can you tell us how you got to staff establishment? How many do you have in the establishment? How many are you supposed to have? The workforce?
2,500. Our optimum staff establishment, we are supposed to have 2,586.
Okay, good. And then what do you have now?
We have 13.
Okay, so that means you are supposed to employ more.
Yes.
With the nurses coming, then
nurses, doctors.
And also the issue of finances also,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Proceed. That is, you are talking about development, the wage bill.
The wage bill.
39.7%.
Yes. So you
currently.
But what you have done under the guidance of our wage bill is at 39.7% currently. But under the guidance of SRC, we have constituted a wage bill review committee.
0.4%.
0.4%, yes. We have constituted a wage bill review committee that includes other stakeholders, and we want to see how we can, what actions we can take to reduce the wage bill to the minimum required by the law. That is that. Yeah.
A good answer. Proceed. Now I've given you permission to proceed because he has already told you to answer those questions.
One clarification, Mr. Chair, through the chair. The data we have here, I'm the Chief Officer PSM, is extracted from IPPD of our August payroll.
Okay, that is fine. That is a copy we are asking for.
Yes.
And we are, if possible, in the next 1 week, can you note it down, please? Let's have the copy of the IPPD. Okay?
Okay, Chair, on the issue of the a question was asked on whether we have
that question is an optional. If you want to answer that question,
no, I want to answer it.
Wait, let me finish.
Briefly, yeah.
That is not part of our responsibility. But if you want to answer those questions, that particular question from the Vice Chair, you can proceed and tell us what you had before the Governor came in.
Okay, for purposes of information,
yes.
I want to say that on the issue of the automation, we actually budgeted for it, and then the National Treasury issued guidelines that they want to develop a system for all the counties as standard.
That has been reversed by Treasury.
So
that's good then.
That has been reversed by Treasury.
Yes.
All the counties are doing theirs, and I think the governor sits in. No. Just go and find out. That is information.
Governor, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm also a member of that committee.
No, just tell Honorable, just tell us your Nini first, then we can go to that one.
So we stopped it because the National Treasury.
But she was asking.
And then now I'm also a member of the ICRMS, that committee, that particular committee.
Yes.
So it's at an advanced stage. Actually, we had a workshop in Mombasa, finalizing on the legal issues. So it's an advanced stage, and
the question is,
can you check with Treasury, because I've checked and that position has changed. Thank
Dhullo, even the question was, Madam Vice Chair asked this, I think you, if I'm not wrong, is there any improvement in your collection from the previous government? Ungesema yes, then automation.
Okay.
Simple.
In terms of improvement, I think we are actually the third best, no, the fifth best in the country.
Okay.
We have improved from 118 to 245 million.
And Chair, for the information, that is a COB report, an independent commission.
285.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, 285, yeah.
Not a political statement. Yeah, you can verify from the COB.
That's fine.
On the same, yeah.
That's fine.
Yes.
So what I want us to stick to is what this Senator for Isiolo was saying, is that from now they've removed the order they've given earlier that you should get this Nini from the Treasury. So what I want you to do for us is this. Can you please check and revert back to us after 1 week?
I can even say it right now.
I'm telling you.
I'm a member of that committee.
Yes.
And the work is going. In fact, it's an advanced stage. So we have never received any communication.
Which
the committee.
Point of information.
All these issues, the issue is, as a county, if you want to automate. The counties are distinct, and you can do your own things. Sometimes you can be guided by the national government, but it's also up to you to respond to them through the Intergovernmental Act. So it's up to you. It's what the senator is advising is that it has already been returned back to you, which of course it is now you either to automate or not.
No,
but I think out of what you have done, so long as you're progressing in terms of your own source revenue, I don't think we don't have any issue with that.
Let me make this story now. I want to advise you.
Chair, before you can give your name. On the same, you know, Treasury wrote a circular to us, and the COG wrote to Attorney General to ask for what? Opinion on the same. Attorney General concurred with the Treasury. Up to now, we have not gotten any other circular saying that we can go ahead with it.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. That's why I'm saying, can you check and come back to us as a county?
Yes.
After a week, and that is
Chair,
fine.
I'm waiting for an answer to my question.
We have settled that one now. So you have settled that one. Don't go back there. Yeah, Bona County Secretary.
Chairman, we have a total number of staff which is 1713. Male, when we translate it to percentage, is 53.7%. Female, 46.3%. Youth, 33.2%. People with disability, 1.75%.
There is an issue of the age. Who was handling that matter? Can you please kindly tell us? Please. Madam.
We just needed
Over 60 or?
It is from 45 to.
Yes, Chair. The question was on the affirmative action percentages. If you look at the figures, we have, I think, 590 above 46. So from the records supplied by the PSM office.
We're referring us to which page?
Page 19.
Page 19. Okay. Members, page 19, please. Okay. We are there. Do you want some time? We can give you a week.
No, the figures are here. The figures are here as submitted by.
But you're not telling us.
Them.
No, I'm saying.
You asked about.
How many are over 60?
Yes.
How many are over 65?
Yes. So as per the record submitted, we have 12 plus 5, so that those are 17. Over 17. 17. 17, yes. So we have already segregated them.
Let's go step by step. 60 to 65, how many?
17.
17, thank you.
Yes. So we have segregated.
How many are these are disabled?
12 are disabled.
Yes.
And 5 are the executive level.
Excellent. On contract?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Let's go to 65 plus. None. Done. Thank you very much. Then there is a question asked by Honorable. First of all,
No. 60 to 65. They are more than that. Yeah, and I wish I was given an opportunity to look at these documents to provide. And the law is very clear. The only people who are allowed above 60 are PWDs. The rest are not supposed to be on the payroll.
We have the CECs and sometimes we have governors.
The governors.
Okay, the CECs.
No. It's not the governors, and it's not CECs, and it's not chief officers.
Yes. So basically,
Yeah.
we have people with disability above 60, and then we have professionals like scientists also can go up to 100, judges and all those things. So the evidence before us now, as you've given, is 17.
17, yeah.
So it's good the distinguished senator is here. Now, she's saying it's more. So she can pick that one with
Yes.
yes, because
but it should be noted that the CCs are there. Yes. We have specialists who are also allowed to go beyond 65 years.
Thank you. On the legislation, the
legislation.
Senator Isiolo asked for what type of legislation do you have? Because you've given us 4 policies. One is gender, social protection, child protection, and youth policy, and disability policy. So, legislation, how far have you gone?
On page 20, we said the gender policy is operational. We have tabled a copy.
Chair, point of correction. I didn't ask about policy. I asked about legislations.
Yes, how far have you gone?
I think it's in the process. But
okay. So what I will ask you to do, because everything has to be legislated, we give you a week. Tell us what process you've started and when are you going to conclude. Okay? Let's proceed.
Number 2, Chair.
Yes.
Chair. Number 2, the reason why the funds for those groups has not been operationalized is because of the legislations. And this government is 2.5 years down the line in place. So we want to know what is the status of those legislations, because those people are still suffering.
Chair, can I answer that?
No, before you answer.
Yeah.
Before you answer that one, can you please switch off your mic, madam? Before you answer that, you see you have given us policies, which are 4, and these are very good, by the way. We've seen, that's why I told you, it is a lesson for everybody to learn from each other. So what basically, Madam Senator is asking is legislation. That legislation will make you even have access to funds. So because I have asked for a week, Governor. Yes, because a week is sufficient. If it's not, then we can give you more time.
Chair, Attorney has already formulated draft for various legislation on the same. He has brought it to the cabinet. We've approved it 2 weeks ago, and the county of Attorney transform those legislation to the clerk so that the committee can see for itself.
Thank you. That's
before we subject it to public participation.
Yes.
And forward it to the assembly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Chair, sorry, I still want to take you back to people, the age limit of 65.
So before I go to Madam Montet, so how much time do you need to report back?
In 3 days' time, the clerk will have the...
I'm giving you 1 week.
1 week is okay, Chair. Thank you.
Chair, I know that you've given them 1 week to supply some information, and I don't think it is wrong for us to ask. They said that they have 17 people who are on the payroll who are above 65, and 13 out of that are people with disabilities. Chair, looking at the information we have on the executive, I'm seeing none who is over 60. So can we please know the four, who they are?
Okay, I will ask.
And
yes.
what category they are.
Very good, very good. But Bonasio, please, can you answer that question?
60, there are 3 CC members.
Okay.
3 CC members. I don't know if we can mention them.
No, there's no problem.
Okay, and then 2 who are in the Public Service Board, the chairperson and a member of the board.
Thank you very much. I think.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for answer to my question.
What was your question, madam?
Evidence for activities run in the county.
But, Governor, basically.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Let me take you through. There was this governor for Makueni. That's why I said it's a process of learning from each other. He brought very good documents showing even programs for youth, programs for women, programs for people with disability. There were photo sessions. There were programs where they were giving women sewing machines, giving youths tools, and all those things. That is the question they're asking. If you've done that, then the photos will be availed to us.
Thank you, Chair. I didn't know why it passed, Mr. Senator. Chair, we did a lot on that front in 2023 because we understood all youth cannot be employed, neither can they be given contract by the county government of Isiolo. So we decided to talk to youth to tell us what they want to do in their day-to-day activities. We bought 100 motorcycles for youth, 4 Nissans, 4 tuk-tuks, 200 sewing machines, machines for saloons, blow dry, and we have appreciation letters from those youth group here. At the same time, Chair, we decided to fundraise for women groups. And we fundraised 35 million in Burat and 18 million in Garamara. That translates to 53 million Kenya money.
Thank you.
Just last year, Chair.
So, Governor, basically, let me finish first.
Chair, point of order before I forget. Now, the fundraising is not taxpayers' money. What we are asking is budget allocated by the national government. The rest is charity from you, Governor.
Yes.
Even if it is 100 million.
Fine, that is
so
fine.
What we are asking is budget allocation from national government towards PWDs. And number 2, the criteria you used in providing those motorcycles, those whatever sewing machine, and I think it's an evidence that this committee requires. Thank you.
Fine. So what you've done as Harambe also is something commendable. So if you can give us you're being biased now. So yeah, that is commendable. But as Fatuma said, Senator Fatuma said, what Madam Beth was asking is something that the other counties have done for the youth, women, and people with disabilities. So you can just give us evidence. We'll give you 1 week to provide us with those evidence. We put it in your paper. Your Excellency, what is going to happen? We're going to give a report next week. And in this report, we are having governors who are very good governors, who have done very good for their county, 1 to 10. We will mention those 1 to 10. And if you are going to give us those kind of documents and you parallel with somebody like Makueni, then we'll give you a good number. That is why Senator Betty is asking you, give us photos or evidence for what you've done for youth and people. This is a committee of equal opportunity. That's why we're asking for those things. So having said
Chair,
that...
there are some of my questions that are not answered.
Yes.
The one on AGPO and the budget allocated.
In fact, I agree with you. That's what I wanted to ask also.
And again, original documents on those adverts and also the companies.
So that one, I will give you 1 week to give us all those documents, what Senator is asking. And on AGBO, Director Procurement, I want to tell you, as chair of this committee, it is on which page? Can you ask to refer us to? 17 and 18. I wish you had seen documents from other county governments. What normally happens is you are supposed to have 30% of AGBO groups, but you have only 11%. And you've not told us what measures are you going to put in place to achieve the 30% for AGBO. What, Your Excellency, you need to note what the governor of Trans Nzoia has done is he has put money in a fund called Nawiri Fund, which is about 100 million. And what happens is when you are given an LP or LSO, you go through that fund, you borrow money based on the LSO or LPO amount, you finish your job, the payment will come through that fund, they will charge you 3% to the youth and women, and that is how he has achieved 43% of youth or AGBO at large. So what programs do you have to make sure that youths who are just from the university can access funds? Because you can give a young man a job of about 5 million shillings, and he cannot do it because he has no money. So what programs do you have for these people? If you don't have any program, we can ask your county secretary to talk to his counterpart in Trans Nzoia and formulate that process. It went through their county assembly.
Chair, this year 50 million for youth and women. And before they access that money, Chair, we must have legislation in place. That's the reason why the county attorney drafted the legislation. He brought it to the cabinet. We have approved it. Now we are in state of public participation. I'm sure when the legislation is passed by the assembly, then the youth and the women will access that money, Chair.
That answer is sufficient. I'm happy. Can you tell us why you are 10%? Because this is a question our members should have asked you. Why are you at 10%? What is your problem? And how are you going to solve this problem?
Thank you, Chair. I agree we are below the percentage, but we have started an initiative to sensitize the youth, to make awareness and train them. Also, we have tried to make a policy.
Do you have any evidence in that regard? Because I am going to ask for it.
Yeah, I will give you where we have called a forum on.
But what I'm saying, basically, one director.
Yeah.
You are at 11%.
Yeah.
And you are telling us you want to move to 30%. And I asked you, what is the program you have? You said, I have a program. I asked you, what evidence do you have for that program?
One, we have started formulating a policy to strengthen how we achieve it. And it is in a draft stage with the CC Finance. It is there.
Next.
I can share the draft.
Yes.
We are also trying to call them to partner and do as a group.
Okay.
We are trying to do that one.
So,
and we hope we shall achieve even more than 30% by the end.
How long have you been in that position?
Yeah, just months.
Yeah?
Months, because my director was suspended for some time.
So you are just there for a month?
Around 4 months.
Around 4 months?
Yeah.
So I won't blame you, because if you were there for the last 2 years, I should have asked you, why didn't you do it before? So because you have only 4 months...
I think, Chair, with all due respect,
yes,
that is not the role of the director. I think that is the role of chief officer in that particular department and the CEC. And my question before he finishes, the county has not been having legislations as far as those funds are concerned. And they have been budgeting for youths, PWDs, and women. What have they been doing with the funds that has been budgeted for that purpose? And how are they utilizing it?
So before we move further, the reason why I was asking you how old have you been there is simply because you are talking about what you are going to do to make sure that you attain the 30% level for AGBO. So please, if you have any evidence, you can provide us with evidence in the next 1 week. And what Madam is asking is supposed to be answered by the governor
state that looking at that percentage and looking at what we've seen before from the other counties, this happens to be one of the lowest. And Chair, we cannot emphasize enough how important it is and why we are where we are as a nation, because the youth feel that whatever belongs to them is never attained by most counties.
I agree with you. So, Governor.
Chair, I want to stay budgeted for youth and women because there was no registration. This year we put 50 million. And we will make sure that it is operational and youth are benefiting from it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now let's conclude this meeting. I want to ask members under 1 minute if you have any before I give to Fatuma and my vice chair.
The first one, thank you. After asking for percentages, I've just noted with concern that the representation of women living, people living with disability is at 1.7. And the law stipulates...
We are done with that one. The question has been asked before.
No, Chair, allow me to finish.
Okay, finish.
I would only request the governor that he puts in place progressive measures, because you can do it progressively to make sure that you attain the 5%. Otherwise, serve the people of Isiolo well. God bless.
Senator Kamau.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, apart from the fact that the money that is being used by Isiolo County to the people that are marginalized is very small, that is at 11.8%. I wanted...
These final comments, please.
Yes, please, but this is very important, Chair, because I wanted to know from the governor what he's doing to prevent the people of Isiolo from these cartels who infiltrate into this business of PWDs, youths and marginalized.
Women.
Yes, and the women, they pretend that they belong to that category. They go register the company, but they are not in that category. What are you doing to prevent the people of Isiolo from these infiltrators who actually are there to
note it down,
enrich themselves?
Madam, allow me to thank the governor because finally he has appeared before this committee, and also tell him, looking at him, he's one of the young governors we have in Kenya. Governor, the youth of this country are looking upon the young governors who are going to govern our country to the next level. Please, I urge you, can you be a peace seeker? Make peace in your county. Let us move Kenya forward. Thank you.
So, Governor, she's telling you, make peace in your county. We will give you an opportunity to talk on that one. We have governors here. We have senators here, from Turkana, from Marsabit, from Isiolo, from Lamu. These are bandit-prone areas, you are aware. So we can give also a lot of advice on that one. And also, even Madam, you, Senator Lomonen, Senator Turkana County.
Chimera has...
Chimera is online.
Okay, Senator Chimera.
Chair, thank you. I have been listening to the conversation, Chair, and let me say I'm really disappointed in Governor from Isiolo. He is one of the youngest governors we have in the country, and he has deliberately and systematically refused to empower his fellow young people. I hope this will be a wake-up call when he goes back to Isiolo. He will put in measures towards making sure the youth benefit from the contracts and any opportunities available in Isiolo. Chair. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Senator Chimera. Senator Lomonen.
Respect rule of law in whatever you are doing. Yeah. I think I'm done.
Asante sana. Thank you. Senator.
Honorable colleagues, Your Excellency, the governor and your team, allow me to thank you most sincerely because of the presentation that you've made before us. From the onset, this is one of the committees that is mandated to make sure that peace prevail in our country and even within the responsibilities that we have. Your Excellency, I just want to say that I want to thank you because of a number of progress that you've made, coming from a member of the county assembly to become the governor. I know it's not something that is a symbol, and we also want to thank the devolution because it's now almost going full circle. And I want to say that it's always good to work together. I must thank also the senator who have appeared before this committee. Sometimes a number of them doesn't even appear. But I want to say that debate is very healthy. It also assists you in terms of moving because it's always good to work together, and it's always good to challenge each other in terms of service delivery. Because at the end of the day, what we are doing is working for the electorate. So I want to say that indeed you are young. I want to say that I also appreciate the issue that you are trying to make sure that a number of employees, the young generation, you know, the reason why we have this question is because of the Gen Zs. And I want to say that it will always be prudent for us to have the active part of the employees who can assist us in terms of making sure that we make the right decisions and we move the right direction. Otherwise, we want to urge you that we've not seen a number of pictorials and a number of activities that you've been undertaking in the county, even the list of the bursary beneficiaries. We have the meetings that you've been doing with the women, the people living with disabilities. All those pictorials can assist us in report writing because this is a report that is going to be made to the floor of the House, governing the entire 47 counties. So it will be prudent for us to have all the information that we are requesting, so that at least it can also assist us in making sure that at least you be where you are supposed to be. Otherwise, I want to thank you and to most sincerely welcome you to this committee.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair. Senator Isiolo.
Thank you, Chair. Number one, it's important that you have appeared, Governor, before the Senate committee. Number two, you have not answered any political statement here. So what is out there is for politics. But what is in the Senate is work. Number two, there are a lot of issues that are affecting Isiolo, more specifically the ones we have actually raised. The one on the payroll and the legalities or illegalities will be discussed before Labour Committee, not this particular committee. But I think, personally, coming from Isiolo, there is a lot of problem in actually your HR department, which I believe you should go back and look at it and correct if you want to do it. I know you might not take my advice, but it's up to you. But for me, as a senator for Isiolo County, I'll be there 24/7 to oversight you, bring as many statements as possible on the floor of the House. Whether you appear or you don't appear, the law will take its course. Number two, your compliance with the law is almost very low, like 20%. So I hope you will be able to learn and correct the situation. Okay. But as far as the record is concerned, what you have said here, I'll be able to verify, and I hope the documents I've asked for will be provided within the directive given by the chair. As far as project is concerned, there is a statement for the projects, and I hope you will be able to explain it there. Okay. So, Chair, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you.
And I hope this county will be able to learn a lesson and compare themselves with other counties. Okay. Because I know there are a lot of challenges. Even if I know there are threats, threats will not take me anywhere.
Madam, stick to the program.
My work, I will do 100+ % if possible.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. There is a question and also your final comments. So you can answer a question from the one asked by, I think, the 3 senators, if you have noted it down.
I'm going to thank this committee chair. This is the one of the committee which have appeared before, and I can attest this is the most professional committee I have ever come across here, and one of the most objective committee. And I want to thank committee for that, because inviting governors or someone in governance to Senate is not supposed to be a fight. it is supposed to be a learning process to make sure that devolution works. And the core mandate under the Constitution of the Senate is to protect the county government, not to sabotage the county government. I want to thank this committee for that, Chair. Chair, I want to assure Madam Monta, we will make sure that, Montent, I'm sorry for that, we will make sure that we adhere and make sure that PLWPD are considered and we reach the threshold which the Constitution requires, Madam Senator. I know we have many crooks who are using PWP as a means of getting what contract. We'll make sure that we put stringent measures to make sure that those who benefit from PLDP money is just PLDP, not another person, Senator for Lamu. We'll make sure that. I want to assure my good friend and Senator for Turkana, I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I'll continue abiding the law, and I'll follow the rule of law, Chair. Chair, if you indulge me, I want to extend my invitation to this committee to come to Isiolo County and see what devolution has done for that county. So that when you come back to Senate, you can attest devolution is working in Isiolo. Not just listening to political statement, which shows that nothing is going on in Isiolo. I can assure you, a lot is going on in Isiolo, and the people of Isiolo appreciate. And if you agree to my invitation and you come as soon as possible, you can attest to that, Chair. Chair, if you indulge me, I want to talk to achievement which the Isiolo County government has achieved in less than 2 years, Chair. Chair, when we can,
you can proceed.
Thank you, Chair.
No, allow him, please.
No. I want to excuse myself. Security committee is calling me. They don't have quorum.
Before you leave, then.
And I wanted the Senator for Isiolo, who is my good senator and my good sister.
Agenda. No. No. If you go that direction.
No, I'm not.
No, you are going out of agenda.
Chair, I think it was time for Governor to explain whatever he was explaining, and we can excuse the senator because he can still get whatever the governor is making.
But you are biased, Chair. Let me say this. Because you refuse me to talk about other things.
Which way?
Why do you allow him to talk about projects? Because this is the matter that the agenda you called him for. But you allow him actually to talk about other projects, which we have not even prepared for.
Madam Fatuma, before you leave, before you said something about me, please kindly, just let me answer that question, please kindly. Just take your seat.
Chair, allow the governor to continue. Please, Chair.
I want to tell Fatuma. Okay. Governor for Trans Nzoia was before us here, and we gave him an opportunity to tell this committee, the Senate, and also the country that the achievement, let me finish, that he has undertaken. And because the governor of Isiolo is here before us and is telling this committee, the Senate and the country, his achievements, and is something that you know, then we'll allow you to, we can excuse you, but we want to hear what the governor is saying.
You hear, but excuse me, let me join the security committee.
But you will not say.
And I hope Isiolo people are listening to hear whether it is true or not.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you very much.
And before she goes, I hope if you agree to my invitation, Senator Fatuma will accompany you there.
Okay. Fine. On that one, I will have a few comments. So please kindly proceed.
Thank you more than enough, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, when I was elected as a governor in 2022, Isiolo people had a lot of hope in me, Chair. So I toured the entire Isiolo County to know what I'm supposed to be doing in Isiolo County. And I looked at an abattoir, which was started by my predecessor, Dr. Mohamed Kuti, in 2008 when he was Minister for Livestock. And that abattoir stalled because, you know, our economic activity as Isiolo people and Marsabit and the entire north is mainly livestock rearing.
Excuse members, please. Can we listen to what the governor is saying, please? Okay. Let me recognize the presence of my friend from Mombasa, Senator Mohamed Faki.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, members and guests. Senator Faki, Mombasa County, a friend of this committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Senator. Proceed.
And Chair, the reason I decided today to highlight on what we have done is because I've heard on the floor of the House someone saying that the Isiolo County has done nothing. So in 2008, when Kuti started that abattoir, it stalled from 2008 to 2022. And as, from 2008, from 2009 to 2022, Chair.
Yes.
When we looked at that structure, it was dilapidated, and we decided to demolish it and reconstruct a new abattoir. My development budget here in a year is 1.1 billion Kenyan money. As a governor, I pumped 500 million into that abattoir here. That means half of my development budget was taken by that abattoir. And the World Bank added another 600 million to that abattoir. As we are speaking, Chair, that abattoir is at 99% completion. Other counties are coming to benchmark to Isiolo to see how the progress of abattoir is doing. Counties like Narok, Mombasa also was intending to come and see how we have constructed that abattoir. And even Marsabit has come to see what we are doing on the ground, Chair. Chair, and I hope this committee will agree to that invite, Chair. And you come and see for yourself what we are doing in Isiolo. Chair, we are completing our modern market. It is now at 85%. Chair, I have pumped 150 million into that market, which the contractual sum amount of that market is 540 million. The previous government paid 200 million, and I have paid 150 million, Chair. It is at 85%. Chair, we've managed to drill Isiolo County 33 boreholes, Chair. Out of 33, 23 was entirely done by the county government of Isiolo. And 10, we partnered with the development partner. Chair, when I took the reign as a Isiolo governor, the outskirts of Isiolo are used to water trekking. As you are speaking now, we don't do water trekking anymore, Chair. Anymore. People are drinking clean water. I went to a village called Kakili, 5 kilometers here from the Isiolo CBD. Since we got independence 1963, those people, inhabitants are Turkanas. They have never drank a clean water. This is the first county government which provided with clean water, safe water to drink, Chair. Chair.
This is Turkana village, right?
Yeah. Kakili.
It should not be said that it is the first county. Turkana.
No. I'm sorry for that.
In this county.
Chair, we've managed to construct 19 ECDs. 7 health centers, Chair. Okay. I've increased bursary from 35 to 70 million, Chair. Okay. Chair, we've constructed a new accident and emergency center in Isiolo with fully equipped theater. Chair, as we are speaking, when you go to Garbatula, 150 kilometers from Isiolo town, few weeks ago, we've operationalized our new theater in Garbatula. That means people will not come all away from Garbatula to Isiolo. That's the reason why the development is there. People get services at their local area. We have radiology there. We have all system in Garbatula, and I think, Chair, you know where Garbatula is.
What is happening with the stadium also?
Stadium, I'll come to stadium, Chair. That's where I have problem with. That's the only project which has stalled, Chair. And the reason why the project of stadium has stalled, the money which was pumped there is not...
Was it started by you? Or?
No, it was not started by me. It was started by previous government. The money which has been pumped there is close to 250 million. And it is not consummate with what is happening on the ground. So we decided to ask the ESC to come and investigate what is happening there. The investigation is ongoing. When the ESC completes that investigation, we will finish that study. Chair, we've managed to maram 33 roads in Isiolo County. Chair, as we are speaking, since I took over the reign as the governor for Isiolo, we've been getting medical supplies on time because I've never failed to pay KEMSA. It is only 2 months ago we went low on drug supplies because our exchequer delayed. But since I took on the reign as a governor, we've never missed the supply of drug in Isiolo County. Senator, as we are speaking, our lab is ISO certified. It's one of the best labs in Kenya. I've moved the level 4 hospital in Isiolo to level 5 as we are speaking now, Chair. Chair, we have done a lot as a county government of Isiolo in 2 years, in less than 2 years. I think my 2 years lapsed in October, Chair. Chair, I want to take this opportunity again to ask this committee to tour Isiolo so that you can see what is happening in Isiolo for yourselves.
Okay. Thank you.
And I want to assure the Senate, whenever I'm required by Senate, I present myself. I'll comply to the invite. I was not dragged here by IG. I presented myself here. And there is no reason for Senate to write to IG to ask him to present me before the committees of Senate, because the IG has more serious issues to deal with as a security in this country. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, I wanted to mention his deputy and the profession he has.
Yeah.
I have an interest.
My deputy is called Dr. James Lowassa.
Exactly.
He is my deputy governor and he is the CEC in charge of health.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
The interest I had, the way the achievement of the governor of Isiolo has been done much with the help of his deputy.
So, and which I agree with Senator for Turkana. Thank you, Chair.
So do you want us
Maybe what you can only ask the governor.
in Marsabit also to have a deputy, a Turkana deputy in Marsabit also?
And Bomet.
Or Bomet?
Look for one.
Thank you. Yes.
Communities. So sometimes, even if a community is marginalized, it is not marginalized by the profession. You might get a very good surgeon or
Yes.
a doctor.
Thank you very much. So let me sorry. So let me also take this opportunity as we conclude this meeting today to thank my members who are here as a friend or as a member of this committee. Let me also thank the governor for Isiolo and his entire team. When you see the governor doing all those things, you see he has a very good team behind him. Let me also take this opportunity to condole with the people of Isiolo. You've just had a very bad incident in Isiolo. And this committee, we've been handling this kind of issues amongst the communities. We've gone to Lake Turkana about twice. We've gone to Kitui and Garissa issue. We've had issues in Meru between the governor and the MCS. And I want to, if you can write to us, we would come to Isiolo to help you organize the issue between the communities. And on the issue of looking at the development projects, I am in the Committee of Devolution. I would want, when we are going to come there, the chair is Senator Abbas. You can write, even if possible, this week. We'll have a session with him and see if we can both go to Isiolo as a devolution. We want to see development projects in Isiolo. And we would appreciate, and we are not going to give recommendations or even praises on the media. We normally do reports. We will look at your development programs. I have not seen a governor who invites Senate to come and see his development programs. And I congratulate you for that one, for asking, challenging the Senate, come and see my programs. So having said that, let me also thank you for coming before the committee of the Senate and coming before this committee of national cohesion. And as I said earlier, if you can remember what I said, this is a committee, and you can ask other governors also. They are very, very happy with this committee. We are not here to intimidate anybody. We are here to support you. It is in the Constitution to support the county governments, all the 47 county governments. It's our responsibility to support. So what we are basically doing is looking at, when I mention other governors, I'm mentioning other governors so that we can, it's a learning process. There is something you've done amongst the county governments who have 13 have done very good on the issue of the percentages. And you are among those ones. And it is not my report, it is a report from NCIC. So we need to say it's a learning process. Out of 13, many have not complied. So we say thank you on that one. There is the issue of CEC. The women are not there, and you've said something very important, and I want to, you've said the contract is almost expiring. We don't want you to, we will not ask you to sack people who are there before, but you can do your own mathematics to see how you can realign so that women are also accommodated up to at least, we have at least 2/3 gender rule. And because of you committing to having more women in your program, we also thank you for that. Finally, Excellency Governor, the people of Isiolo want development. And the development they can achieve only if you are committed to develop Isiolo County. And the issue of youth, you've seen, youth, Agbo, youth, women, and the people with disability, you're at 11% now. And I know and believe that you have enough youth to support. And what you've done, the 50 million you're putting aside, is a good start. To be honest with you, it's a good one. Because some counties have told us they're starting with 30 million. So with the 50 million, we are going to be calling you again before this committee. Inshallah, God willing, maybe after 6 months, to see the commitments you've given to this committee and the Senate is adhered to. And I know and believe that the 50 million can help the youth. And the next time, I think your director, Procurement, can hear this. At least next year, you make sure that you achieve the 30% threshold. Finally, I want to urge you, please, yesterday, there was an issue raised, and not only yesterday and I think about 3 weeks ago. The issue that was raised by Senator Chergey is about governors not complying. I know that many governors are coming before many committees, and that is why we are avoiding something that does not belong to this committee. We don't want to entertain those things. So basically what I will ask you to do is, please, if any committee wants to have an issue with you, they call you for a meeting, please avail yourself. And what you've just said is very, very important, because the media is here. They've heard you saying, because when people speak in the Senate, you are not there. But today you've presented your case, and thank you very much. Allow me to thank your team. They came all the way from Isiolo. I want you to go back there. If you go back to Isiolo, pass our condolences, the condolences for this committee, the Senate, and our Speaker also. Kwa hivyo asante sana. I hope and wish we normally have tea. I don't know if we have tea today. And finally, Bwana County Secretary, this one will go to you. Please, for benchmarking, I know the governor will give you some funds. Go to Trans Nzoia You can go to Muranga. You can go to Kiambu, because it is Kiambu governor is your son. That's why you are supporting him. And then the county of Makueni. I'm sure you will be among the best. And finally, let me also tell my members, looking at these documents, these are among the best documents, if I'm not wrong. Well done. Thank you very much.
Chair, I was waiting for that to just say that to declare the interest. I think I declared it late. That governor, we served with him as a councillor, we served with him as a MCA, and now he's serving as a governor, and I think he's our best set.
But you're supposed to be the person who is biased, isn't it? Because not me. I've not been biased, honestly. So if we have some tea, asanteni sana. Thank you very much.